So welcome back to the channel, How To Done Right. Today I got a special video for you. It's a little out of the norm of the channel. I know I got a lot of wine viewers, but this includes wine. So don't miss this video.
And you make anywhere feel like home. Home isn't where we live.
And I can't wait to show you this video of how to cook the best ribs you will ever have. It's gonna be a great day. I can't wait to make this video because I need 5 hours just to relax. Click that like and subscribe button. But this is about the process of making baby back ribs or any ribs. Stay tuned and let's get right into it. All right, I love these Kettle grills. You can do so much with them, and you're going to see in this video how I'm going to show you the perfect rib process to making the perfect fall off the bone ribs you could imagine. All right, the first thing we want to do is we want to get this grill ready. You can see here I'm putting my charcoal, and we always want to cook on indirect heat, so I'm moving the briquettes along one of the sides in like a half moon shape. Let's get the charcoal chimney going, and that we will then pour over top of those coals. Also, just in case you need to know, I'm putting descriptions in all these products that I've shown you in this video, so just click on the Amazon links and you can order a lot of this stuff right from home. Look at that, we're getting ready to grill outside. All right, so our coals are just starting to turn gray on the top, you can see there. So we want to just sprinkle these now along the side where we put all those briquettes. I usually don't show this kind of thing on this channel, but when I perfect something, I want to show the world. All right, now look at these ribs. These are baby back ribs. They are gonna be great for grilling. So we wanna get these ready and prepared. So we're gonna open them up. Look how juicy these are.
I'm tired of figuring out.
All right, so this next step is very important. You can see how clean these ribs are on this side, and we're gonna flip them over. And there's this membrane here, this white stuff. We want to get that off because that gets tough and you don't want to bite into that when you're grilling. So I found the best way to do it is to take a knife and get under part of the skin, and then you take a paper towel and you just kind of rip it along. You'll see here what I mean. So hopefully you can see this. I'm not going to block the camera view, but I'm just working this until I can get a good grip on it. Just right about there. Then I'm going to take my towel and try not to get in your view, and we're just going to take this, and you can see it's just coming right off. And that's it. That's what you want to get off. You don't want to be chewing into this stuff. You can see I'm just getting like where the bone is there, and enough to get my finger and get it started. Sometimes you will have a tear, and you just got to get under and get it started again. So I hope you can see how easy. It's pretty easy to do once you know how to do it and you can get it started. That's it. All right, so we got our membrane off. Now what I want to do with these ribs, I want to make them into smaller pieces. I'm not cooking these full racks because they won't fit on the grill. So what I'm going to do is go between the bone, and I want to cut these into about 3 pieces. So basically a third of a rack of ribs.
Any other way, the way our world needs your touch. You're touching every.
All right, remember, this is about the 2-2-1 method, which means 2 hours unwrap to get that smoke flavor in. Then we're gonna wrap them and put our stuff in there. You'll see what I mean, our special stuff. And then it's gonna be 1 hour on the grill to finish them off and get that crispiness. Now you wanna add your dry rub. No special here. Use what you like. Generally, make my own, which is a combination of brown sugar, paprika, pepper, garlic salt, onion salt, regular salt, garlic salt, all kinds of different things. But again, I make this, but that's not what this is about. Video is about the technique. So what I want to do is I'm going to rub both of the sides of these ribs, and then we're going to get them on the grill. But one thing I do want to tell you, a lot of people tell you to put mustard, cover these in mustard. Don't do it. They get gummy. If you have good ribs, you can see these are moist. That sugar is going to stick to these just fine. And that's what we want. We're just trying to coat them and get this to stick, because when we put them on that grill, that's what's going to get this flavor in here. And let's get this dry rub on here, which is what we want. Look at this. And we're going to be generous on this. This is what's going to give you your flavor. And we'll do both sides, and then we'll get them on that grill over there that's smoking away.
I'm tired of figuring out whether you're in or you're not.
And that's it. These are ready to get on that grill. But man, if you could smell this pepper. I don't know if I told you pepper, but again, this is my own rub. You can use whatever you like. Whether you like a salty rub, a sweet rub, I generally will go after a sweet rub. But let's get these on the grill. All right, and the key to making ribs is temperature. You want to keep this for the first 2 hours between 225 and 250. All right, this is the time to do some final adjustments that you might have. I got this rack here that's where we're going to stack the ribs. I love that thing. Make sure you order one if you're going to do this. All right, so we're about 225. Now what I want to do, like I said, if you need to move some of your coals out from the indirect that we're going to stack these ribs on, now is the time to do it. But also now is the time you want to add your whatever flavoring you like. These are some hickory smoke blocks that I bought. So we're just going to push these down in there, let them get smoking, and we'll be ready to get the ribs on. Look at that smoke. All right, let's get the ribs. I'm going to line them up in here. That's it. Let's let them smoke away for 2 hours. Don't even touch it. Just monitor the temperature to be sure you're between 225 and 250. It's time to open this wine. This is the mixed berry wine that we're going to do something special to these ribs. But look at this wine. This mixed berry is one of my favorites. You just can't beat the color. Could this enhance our ribs? Let's try. Look at this temperature. It's about 225, so it is perfect for this 2-hour process. Now, I know a lot of questions are going to come up. How do you keep your grill at 225 to 250 on a charcoal kettle grill? Well, this is the secret. I just barely have this top one open, and you can see the bottom is almost like a quarter from the end. So that's how you do it. You just kind of keep adjusting these just a little bit to keep them at 225 to 250. That still is one of my favorite wines I've ever made, mixed berry. Man, this is the life. Look at this. I'm holding the perfect temperature between 225 and 250. Right now it looks like it's about 240. But it's not hard. Just keep adjusting your valves. If it goes up, close the valve. If it goes down, open it up a little bit. All right, it's been exactly 2 hours and we're ready to go to phase 2 here, where we're going to wrap our ribs for 2 hours and put them back on the grill. There's 2 methods. You can use the butcher paper, which I don't like because it kind of soaks in a lot of the juices, but the Reynolds wrap here will seal in the juices and the juices won't soak into the paper. So this is my preferred method. I've used both ways, but I just like the foil wrap versus the butcher wrap method. So let's get these ribs off the grill and get them wrapped, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that. All right, so we got 6 racks of ribs. I'm gonna take 6 pieces of this. All right, let's see what these look like here on the smoker after 2 hours. Look at those things. Let's get them off and get them wrapped. All right, so look at these ribs. They look amazing. But I want to show you what we're gonna do here. We've got all our foil wrap, but this is a key: apple cider vinegar. We're gonna spritz this over top of this, and we're gonna take a shot of our mixed berry wine, and we're gonna add that to this, and we're just gonna pour it over, and then we're gonna wrap this. You can see here we got our wine in there, we got our apple cider vinegar, and we're just gonna wrap this. This is why you use heavy duty wrap, because this is going to conceal everything in here, which is what we want. We want that wine, and we want that apple cider vinegar to tenderize this. This is where it gets to be fun, because this is going to turn into the most tender baby back ribs you have ever tried. Let's get the other ones done. So this is not needed, but remember, we're gonna add a little bit of fruit flavor to this. So again, I've made these without this many times, but the fruit flavor is gonna add so much more than just the apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar will be just fine, but this is gonna take it to the next level.
Oh, and I can't imagine any other way.
This is what's gonna tenderize your ribs. And these will go back on our grill for 2 more hours. These are gonna steam in here for 2 hours, and they are gonna turn out amazing. Then we will sauce them up. All right, back on the grill for another 2 hours. Now also, this is the time to add more charcoal if you need to. I got plenty in here, so I'm good to go. It's time to get these off of the grill here. They've been in that foil for 2 hours, so it is time to get them off, and we'll work on getting them sauced up here.
I'm tired of figuring out whether you're in or you're not.
All right, we're ready to get these opened up here and get them back on the grill. Look at these. Do you see how that bone is just separating from that meat? That's exactly what we want. You could literally pull these out. We're not gonna yet because we want to sauce them up. Look at that. They're amazing right now. Oh, I lost one. Look at these unsauced ribs. It's time to get them back on the grill for another hour and finish these off. But let me tell you, they already fall off the bone ribs. All right, it is time to sauce these things up. I removed the grate, but this might be the time that you want to just spread out your coals a little bit. And I'm hoping I can get these ribs on here without them falling apart. All right, we want to sauce these things on each side for an hour. So we're going to start with this side. We'll put some on and then we'll get them flipped. Kind of do these over indirect heat. Maybe at the very end we'll crisp them up a little bit, but these are looking amazing and perfect. As usual, you follow this recipe, you will make perfect ribs. I promise. Look at these. I'm gonna try and flip them now and sauce that other side, but they are looking beautiful. I hope I don't break any, but it's gonna be tough.
Feels like I'm insane. Got your heart on my brain.
Again, this is the mixed berry. It's a great wine to make. Make sure you're watching all those videos, but today, it's about the ribs, the baby back ribs, which I can't wait to dive into. All right, and that's it. We sauced these for an hour, and it's time to get them off and enjoy. Look at those things. We're having a party. These guests are gonna love these, I'm telling you. How can you go wrong with fall off the rib bones like this? All right, we just took these off of the grill. We added some of our mixed berry wine, but look at these ribs. They are like falling apart. I could pull this bone right out of here. This is the 2-2-1 method. It's the only method or recipe you need to make baby backs or any kind of ribs. And add the wine if you just want to add a different flavor. But if you don't, the apple cider vinegar does a great job alone. I've made it many a times. Let's get these upstairs and dig in.
If I'm being honest, loving you the hardest thing to do, so I keep to myself. I feel like I'm falling in and out of consciousness.